We found out a couple of days ago that Christopher McQuarrie is set to write not just the next Mission Impossible, but the next two movies, bringing his total to 4 altogether. There's a lot of rumours going around the next two will be shot back to back.
That'll be cool.
It's also been revealed that the next installments may bring back Alec Baldwin and Henry Cavill. Now, spoilers, both of them died in the last movie. Like, Henry Cavill got the hook
yeah.
And Henry Cavill also shot Alec Baldwin in the head. So apparently they're coming back. So Macquarie is said to be considering bringing back the characters played by Alec Baldwin and Henry Cavill via flashbacks.
Okay,
obviously the scripts have still to be written, so things could change, but there's a chance the most famous mustache on the internet could get a second act.
Haha.
Wouldn't it be amazing if, like, you know, Warner Brothers had planned another Superman movie and they decided, like, oh, it's great now, we can get Henry Cavill back now because he doesn't have to have the mustache on anymore because his character was killed in the last Mission Impossible. Chris McQuarrie's over at his keyboard going, Type. So we love both the actors, and saying how Cavill's mustache for the movie almost derailed Justice League. We think he deserves at least one more appearance, don't you?
I'm excited. I do love the Mission Impossible movies.
I think they're getting better and better.
I love the fact with Tom Cruise that he doesn't back down. Like, he goes like the extremes. He does his stunts and stuff. Like, I think the one they were talking about, I think it was Ghost Protocol. I think that was the one where he climbed up the building.
The building in Dubai.
That was him.
Honest to God, man.
I was like, are you mad?
Yeah, he actually did even further. He climbed right to the very top of it, right
That
to the
is
spire,
mental.
and took a selfie.
And was there one scene that he like, I think it's in the first Mission Impossible, it was the knife scene, where it's nearly going close to his eyes. I could be wrong, but like he said he wanted to be the one, like you have to do it with me, no stunt double. I was like, that's dedication. Fair dues to him. Because if it was me, I'd be like, no, stuntman, you do the job. I don't want to get killed.
I'm away. I gotta tell you, that scene where he's climbing up the building in Dubai in Ghost Protocol.
Yes.
Dude, my heart was in my mouth.
Didn't he break his foot or something in that scene?
He broke his foot in Fallout, which is the one that was released last year.
Yeah.
Do you know the rooftop chase?
Yeah.
Where like he jumps and like you see him slam into the side of the building. Yeah, basically his ankle went 90 degrees.
And he continued.
It was like, he climbed up the building and started hobbling off toward the rest of the action.
I know. That man is mental.
He's mental, yeah.
But fair dues.
He's on the snake juice again. Like, he's desperate. Again, it's the Scientology, I think. It's
well, the removal...
it's just he's practiced it to that much of a point, it's now giving him superpowers.
He has no pain anymore.
He's no pain, it's the dedication of an actor at the end of the day. Really,
yeah, I do appreciate that.
Tom Cruise has gotten a lot of grief in the tabloids over the years. I like him.
Yeah.
I've always liked him. Like, I loved him since the likes of Risky Business and Top Gun.
Top Gun, yeah.
Especially Top Gun, yeah. Sequel, by the way, filming right now.
I know. Is he going to be in it?
Yeah,
like,
Top Gun
is he
going
to be like a mentor?
I don't know what he's going to be in it. I assume he's going to take the
mentor.
role,
yeah.
But no, he's back in.
That'd be so cool. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I've always loved myself about Tom Cruise.
I don't understand why people hate him. I mean, hate's a strong word. I'd say people just don't like certain things.
Do you know he was almost Iron Man?
No.
He was almost cast as Iron Man.
Wait, did he turn down?
At one point. No, it's just the movie fell through and then they ended up making it with
Did he actually film scenes?
No, he didn't film scenes. He was signed on to star in an Iron Man movie at some point.
That would have been fun.
So, moving from just talking about Marvel there, back to DC and Warner's. They're planning a Harley Quinn trilogy.
Yes.
As the Warner's boss says, they're focusing less on shared universes. So the Warner Brothers boss.
That's actually good.
I should have had that Jack Daniels before I left out. Warner Brothers boss Toby Emmerich has been talking about the success of Aquaman and what it means for the future of DC movies. Now, you really loved Aquaman.
I did.
I still haven't seen it yet.
And first, when you do get a chance, you'll understand why.
I'm going to give it a go. And you know what? I'll give Venom a go as well whenever it comes out.
Oh my god. No, this.
Because,
being serious.
I haven't heard the end of it from
being
you
serious.
Mark.
Being serious. No jokes. You being serious?
Yes.
No, you're smiling. I don't trust that.
No,
you'll break me, dude. If you're saying this,
you're freaking me out.
No, you have to.
When it comes out, I'll watch it. All right. We'll get together. We'll light some candles, we'll cry, and we'll watch Venom. All right, you happy?
Why would I cry? Okay, yeah, I'll cry.
Because I'll punch you straight between the legs if this movie's terrible. Anyway, paradoxically, it seems that Warner Bros. Director believes it reveals shared universes aren't the way to go with the franchise. We all feel like we've turned a corner now. We're playing by the DC playbook, which is very different than the Marvel playbook. Ha!
She pulled her faces.
We are far less focused on a shared universe. Is that right? We'll take it one movie at a time. Will you? Each movie is its own equation, own creative entity. If you had to say one thing about us, it always has to be about the director. Shut up! I've never heard such nonsense. Oh my god! You tried to fast track this big DC cinematic connected universe to try and catch up with Marvel. I know you're BSing us with this. What are you talking about? That is nonsense.
I love these stories.
We all feel like we've turned a corner now. We're now playing by the DC playbook. So basically, you tried Marvel's formula. That resulted in Justice League, an absolute disaster of a movie, along with all the other disasters that you've had. And now you're like, oh, well, the cinematic universe idea is not for us. We're going to make standalone movies now. We've learned.
Oh, that's progress.
Oh, my God.
That's progress. You have to give him that, like.
Oh, my God. Sorry, that broke me a wee bit there.
I know, it's beautiful.
Now, we think he means that each movie can stand on its own, much as Aquaman, Man of Steel and Wonder Woman did, and won't be so worried about crossing with other characters. However, it may also mean that they plan on more movies like the upcoming Joker, which I'm really
digging that. I'm really
which
loving
exists
that.
within its own runtime only. Either way, the reference to letting the directors be the focus is very heartening, and certainly harkens back to the studio's motto when Batman vs Superman was about to be released. Paradoxically, there's a rumour online that there's a planned Harley Quinn trilogy, starting with the upcoming Birds of Prey, leading into Gotham City Sirens, and then crossing the two over. But for now, we'll file that under maybe. So basically,
exciting news.
What they've revealed there is what they should have been doing from the first place. Like, okay, let me put it to you like this, alright?
Okay.
Whenever, from what I've seen, whenever Marvel Studios want to make a movie,
Yeah.
they get in their director and they go, okay, bring your own flavour to it, but you have to include this, this, and this. So, like when Taika Waititi was signed on to direct Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah.
they were like, it's your sandbox, off you go. By the way, you have to have Odin die, you have to have the setup with Thanos' ship at the end of the movie.
Oh, yes, yes.
You have to have Asgard destroyed.
Yeah.
And you have to have Hela in it, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's all you have to do. So basically, take those, add your own flavour to it, and off you go.
Yeah, and off you go.
And Taika
that was
Waititi
beautiful.
made such a wonderful movie in Thor Ragnarok. And I don't think, like, from what I've heard from behind-the-scenes stuff with Jon Favreau and everyone else, Marvel are very lackadaisy. They're very much like, okay, what's your idea? We love it, go.
But I think it's all to do with trust. If you have trust in the people, and I always think is, see, if you have you're too much over somebody, you're gonna have bad movie. You're gonna have a bad movie.
By doing things like that, you get people like the Russo brothers who brought us. Like, I mean, I liked the first Captain America movie, but it wouldn't be up there with my all-time favorites.
Oh, you wouldn't rank it that high?
I wouldn't rank it that high. I still have a lot of fun with it.
Where would you rank it? Of all the movies now, where would you rank it?
It would be sort of high-ish.
Yeah.
It would be somewhere outside the top 10.
Okay.
That's where I put it. I have a lot of time for it. I really love that movie. I love Hugo Weaving in it as well. I think it's a lot of fun. But then the Russo brothers took over from Joe Johnston. Because Joe Johnston, he comes from the Spielberg and George Lucas era of making movies, where everything's very tactile, everything's very old school. And there was a certain kind of rustic charm to the first Captain America, because a large proportion of the movie, nay, practically all the movie, was set in the 1940s.
Yeah.
So that worked really well for them. But then to bring Captain America into the modern world, where you're competing with things like the Bourne movies, the James Bond, Daniel Craig movies, and all these, and Mission Impossible as well.
Really action-packed movie.
Yeah. But they're dark, they have a great storyline to them, and it's all character-based. Yes, you have awesome fight sequences that feel real and gritty, and every punch feels like it connects. But the basis is on the characters, and how they're reacting to this desperate situation that they find themselves in. And Joe and Anthony Russo, they knew that. They took that on board and they made Captain America the Winter Soldier.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Which was sublime. Now, if Marvel or Disney put too many cooks in the kitchen, that movie would not have turned out as well as it did. But because they trusted Joe and Anthony Russo, they made the Winter Soldier. It's one of the best Marvel movies.
See, that's what I'm saying. Once you have trust to back off and allow them to do what they want. And so as you say,
they made Civil War. Again, fantastic.
Yeah.
Not as good as Winter Soldier, I would say.
No,
it loses focus a little bit.
There's certain parts where you're going, okay, could you speed this bit up?
Yeah, but I think because it has so many characters to deal with,
They have to balance it
a lot, and I didn't really like that. But it was Joe and Anthony Russo's movie the whole way through. Same thing with Infinity War. They were handed the keys to the kingdom after Joss Whedon stepped down after Age of Ultron. Because Whedon made the first 2 Avengers movies, he stepped down, they handed the keys to Joe and Anthony Russo. And they made Infinity War, and they've also made Endgame. But you see what I mean?
Yeah.
They wouldn't keep coming back if Marvel weren't letting them be freely creative as directors. And yes, Marvel has its little stipulations, and that's what caused the likes of Edgar Wright to walk out the door, because he wouldn't play ball with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting an absolute hack in to make the first Ant-Man movie. And the first Ant-Man movie's passable, as is the second. They're nothing special. They're fun, but forget.
Do you think you could miss them if you were going to say you're going to watch these? Would you say you could?
Not really.
You're not going to miss too much.
I wouldn't miss them. See, the Ant-Man movies for me kind of work as these lovely little palate cleansers.
If I was right,
they always arrive after a cluster shambles.
Yeah.
So, like for example, the first Ant-Man came out after Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Ant-Man and the Wasp came out after Avengers: Infinity War.
Was it after? I thought it was before.
No, it was after.
Oh yeah.
It's the 20th movie. Isn't that annoying? Isn't it annoying that Avengers: Infinity War is number 19 and Ant-Man and the Wasp is number 20? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah.
But, so they're nice little kind of fun, light, not really big end-of-the-world climax, like consequences to them. They're a fun little romp, basically.
If I was going to pick between the two of them, I would be the second one.
See, I think they're both on the same level.
No, but I mean,
I couldn't really choose between the two.
I think it's because, for me, wanting to pick the second one is there's more fun, action-packed stuff in it. There's, I know what all fairness, it's the Wasp.
Yeah.
Because I was so annoyed that we didn't get to see her be the Wasp.
We got her suit teased at the end of the first movie, and that was
But it was like, you trained Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And I thought, right, this is starting to get up to the part where she's going to go, right, I'm going to team up with you and help you save. No fight at the end. Mm-hmm. Nothing. And then we get the tease at the end of it. This one was like, this is brilliant, because the way she worked her shrinking ability, where the best part I love is the fight in the truck with the Ghost. Is it Ghost bad guy?
It's Ghost, yeah.
Where she shrinks in, comes out, kicks her in the face, starts fighting, shrinks off. Like I love that.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can Ant-Man not do it? Oh yeah, because he's a messer. He's a messer.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I think all these directors are all allowed to give their own flavour and bring their own tone to all these movies.
Which is really good.
They still work within a connected cinematic universe.
Yeah.
And what this guy has said for DC is that it hasn't worked for them. See, I don't think it worked for them too well because they let Zack Snyder be in charge.
I think it was also because they wanted out the same level as
Marvel.
Yeah.
They absolutely butchered Batman v Superman. They ruined Justice League. Out and out ruined it. To the point where, we'll never see the Zack Snyder version of it at all.
No, I was so sad to hear that.
Butchered Suicide Squad as well.
Wasn't it a bit like the trailer showed so much they had to go back and reshoot a load of stuff? Is that? And I could be wrong.
No.
Was it something like I know they messed up somewhere down the line.
Well, basically, the trailer was from the original idea for the movie.
Yeah.
And then they went back and reshot a whole load of stuff, and they ruined it.
Oh, so it was good, and then they went. That's trying to make it.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know what the quality of it was because David Ayer, the director, was only given 6 weeks to write the whole thing.
That's mental.
And then start filming. So
that's crazy.
I don't really think anything too creative was going to come out of it. But no, it's a shambles of a movie. It's still entertaining, but it's messy. It's really messy. Yeah. And now they're going down this direction. And in all fairness, what they have released so far looks like a lot of fun. Because they released Aquaman, and it was supposed to be connected to the whole Justice League universe.
They did. They mentioned it at the start of it.
But it's very much its own thing. It looks like it has its own style, its own visual tone. It looks nothing like what Zack Snyder created for Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Justice League.
No.
And also, the next big movie that DC are bringing out this year now, should I say, is Shazam.
I know. Have you seen the trailer?
I have seen.
Have you seen the other?
Yes, I have.
Ah.
And are we talking about that right now?
I am so excited.
You just can't hide it.
Yeah.
You're about to lose control, and I don't think I like it. Yeah, the new Shazam sneak peek is wonderfully goofy.
Oh, brilliant.
I think it looks great. It's a mini trailer, essentially. It's looking like a pure delight, where him as Shazam, because the whole idea of it is, it's this little kid that gets magical superpowers from an old wizard.
Yes.
And when he says, Shazam! He becomes this full-grown adult superhero. And the first thing he does whenever he gets these powers is he goes into a supermarket and tries to buy beer.
That was beautiful.
I want your finest beer.
Just points over, he's like, oh, it worked.
And also picking the lair as well.
No, the bit that I loved in the trailer was the bag